Hey,
Okay. What is this? What are we doing right here?
Without an intro, I don't know when to go.
This is live episode 2. This is episode 2 live.
It's the second time we've come to you guys. It's the 11th. We promised you we'd be back, and we are right the fork here with y'all tonight.
Woo!
And like we've said, this isn't the pre-recorded Sunday night show. You know, that's live because you've never seen it. But tonight and every Wednesday from here on out, 20, 30 minutes, you can come kick it with us and talk to us and say shit to us. And Trox knows how to make it. What?
Maybe not every Wednesday. I mean, like let's give ourselves a buffer right now. There might be some Wednesdays.
If we go live, it'll be on a Wednesday.
Yes, thank you. That's the right message, JDirty.
I didn't know. You guys didn't tell me I had to be diplomatic about it. You know I can do that. I can do that.
I appreciate your diplomacy.
Thank you. You're welcome. I can't spell that, but I'll provide it.
But you can spell hashtag save manifest. Explain yourself.
Oh, dude, I don't need to explain nothing. I'm still on my grind, man. Like when I get into something,
I'm still on my grind.
Like I may have had a hard time. You guys had to explain to me how to link in my Twitter a minute ago or Instagram a minute ago to share a story because I've never done that before. But I know how to put up a hashtag when I want my show to come back. I need to know what happened.
Is it getting canceled? Is that what's happening?
It was canceled. And oh man, I love how we're into this. I know I put that there, but I didn't expect it to go anywhere. I thought y'all was
it's going somewhere for sure.
It's already there.
We're gonna let that pass by.
My homie at work, this poor guy, he told me about this show, and I'm like, I could dig it. Every time I see him for the last 6-7 weeks, I'm like, yo, dog, something else I figured out. He's one of my patients. He wants to go home so bad. And I don't know if I think it might be just because he's
sick of you talking about manifest.
Seriously, dog. It's every time I see him. And the other night I was watching Fresh Off the Boat and I'm trying to go to bed. I know, right? Oh, I love
Mr. Network TV over here.
Oh,
what up, Mad Hatter? We see you in the chat.
Yo,
I usually sleep to American Housewife. That shit's the shit. I love that show. It's hilarious. She's kind of fat, but she's like, I'm confident and sassy. I like it. It's dope. But Fresh Off the Boat came on, and all of a sudden I'm watching. I'm like, oh shit, the girl from Manifest is on. Does anyone else be like, oh, that's cool, and keep moving? I take a picture of the television so I could reference it the next day. I went and looked at that. I was like, I did read she was on that. All right, maybe now I'll watch that just to watch your career build a little bit.
Career build?
Yeah, there you go. I'm so into it, y'all. You have no idea. And they're saying they're bringing it back. They're bringing it back. I hope because of that right there.
Hey, so anybody watching?
NBC or ABC show? What is it?
I don't give a fuck as long as they bring it back. I think it's NBC, but I watched it on Netflix. To me, everything's on Netflix.
Yeah. So I don't know. And honestly, I mean that's how Arrested Development came back. Was it was a Fox show for years, and then Netflix was like, "Hey, fuck you. We'll actually give you some money and let you do your show." And then Arrested came back for 2 seasons. So
but to me, Arrested is a Fox show. Because I watched it live on Fox. This one, I don't know. Don't watch shit live anymore. I don't even know if things air live anymore.
But
except for this show right now.
I don't know what that means.
But now Arrested is considered a Netflix original. If you go on there and you look at the originals, because they produced the last 2 seasons.
But doesn't it say almost or maybe? There's some joke in it when it comes on. I remember.
They do that in the title sequence. It's like an almost Netflix original or something like that.
Okay, I was going to say
that's just Mitchell Hurwitz being funny to the most of his ability. That's all that is.
Where to cut down MH?
Yeah, that's right. No, I'll cut him right down. I'll go full government on him. We're not bleeping that either.
But yeah, so that's why I got my hashtag.
We're not bleeping anything. We're live.
Yeah, we can't.
We don't bleep shit.
Timestamp. I just want my show to come back, and I'm very passionate. So fuck all y'all.
JDirty stumbled over his words. Normally, we would edit that out before in post, and then it would go real clean, and he would sound just seamless. He would sound perfect with no stammering. But we can't do.
We stammer. We be doing that stammering.
We stammer on the live. That's fresh. Yeah, no, I still have not watched Manifest. But
and I have not watched the rest of Dave, so we're all good.
Yeah, no. So Dave is still great, and I believe the
Manifest was never not great. Don't get me wrong. Every episode.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. But
Dave's
the
almost
finale.
Over.
Yeah, the finale of Dave, I believe, is premiering tonight. As we're recording this for season 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So season 2 is about to be done, and that'll be on Hulu, I think, like tomorrow. But
let me tell
you about a show that you need to be watching immediately.
Trox,
that I have referenced on this show last week just by saying Sloppy Steaks. Sloppy Steaks is a reference to the show on Netflix, I Think You Should Leave, that we've talked about on this show before.
No, we're just always saying that to you, and we're serious.
Right. No, it's a show on Netflix. It's a sketch comedy show. And the dude, Tim Robinson, used to work at SNL as a writer over there. Bounced out of there.
Yes.
Did his own show because he's the dude that we played the video for right at the beginning of COVID when
that he was pretending to be like crazy.
Halloween guy. Yeah.
He wanted to get his Halloween
What am I
stuff.
not supposed to get my Halloween stuff?
Really? That's him.
All right.
So at that point in time, season 1 was already out. Season 2 came out maybe like a month or so ago, and I'm on my 3rd rewatch currently. It's absolutely insane. It's like each episode is only like 16 minutes or something like that. Like they're very and there's only 6 episodes.
Like life is that dull.
Yo, dog. There are. It's a 2 hours. It's less than 2 hours of a full watch. Like that's for the whole season is less than 2 hours. It's 16-minute episodes and there's 6.
That's like the length of a movie.
All right,
I did the same. I sat down and try it out, and I watched the whole season in one sitting because it's just like they're super.
All right, that's I'm picturing like the 42-minute shows, I mean, if I don't know if I told you guys about Manifest, but if I was to like watch that as like a whole season, that would take a really long time.
What's that like?
Say Manifest. Yeah, what's it about?
No,
okay. If it's 2 hours a season, I feel you.
Yeah, you would be able to crush both season 1 and season 2 in just a couple of nights. But season 2, in my opinion, is better than season 1. It is more irreverent and more ridiculous. But the shit that's funny on there really cuts me deep. Like it's
cuts you deep.
Super so absurd. Good. It's absurdist comedy for sure. And like the sketches, I mean, some of them don't even feel like sketches. Like it seems it's like, what am I actually watching here? Like, is
like the
this
cover of Rapping for Dummies?
For sure.
Like
is this serious
actually a sketch?
Not?
Everyone thought it was a photo. It was a sketch. I followed. Fuck you, just because I'm alone. I'm a genius.
Just because I'm alone.
So you're genius or a genius?
Oh, I'm not even wearing pants. Period. Or my period pants.
Give it a watch.
Made me lose that battle.
That's all I'm trying to tell you. Okay, will you do it?
I mean, eventually.
You're not.
Let me just get moved. I found out today I'm moving in 2 weeks from Friday, y'all. Life is finally getting on. So this is the bomb.
Holy shit!
Oh,
so you're no longer homeless?
Correct. And I looked at the schedule, and I will not have to miss any of our recordings. It's going to happen perfectly in between the show. Nice. So I'll be here 1 week and there the next, and it's going to be perfect.
So you're telling me that you're going to be able to facilitate an entire move and not take any breaks to go look at the sky to miss our show?
You know what's funny? For the first literally 5 to 6 minutes, I'm like, does he not know we're doing it? Like, I think wasn't the live his idea? But I wasn't trying to diss him. And then a minute ago, I'm like, oh, fuck, I remember. Yeah, I watched the show. He's out gazing at the fucking stars, isn't he?
So let me tell you something about the sky. I just have to walk 10 feet.
About this guy or the sky?
About the sky. And I can walk 10 feet.
This guy.
I'll be out in my backyard with this guy, and we'll be staring at the sky.
And watch this. I got a window. And I'm still on the show.
There it is. There's the sky
I saw out the window.
Did you see a shooting star? Well, that was actually a meteor.
I think it was a carnivore, actually. But no, man, I mean, do what you do, man. I support you. But yes, I'm going to relocate my whole family to a brand new city, town, and zip code, but I will not miss a show.
That's so dope. Yeah, we're here for you live and direct. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you guys will help me. You'll grab a box over Zoom and be like, I would have put it over there. I totally would have picked that up.
We're going to have an episode in a couple weeks. It's going to be pretty difficult for me to maneuver, but I'm going to fucking try. Okay.
Oh, you better.
Wednesday Night Twister. You're going to record during that or what? Why
Wednesday
will it be hard
night,
to maneuver?
Wednesday night, my wife's not going to be here, so I'm taking care of both kids, and we're going live, baby.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Shit.
If one of
That'll
them
be
wakes
fun.
up, be like Kung Fu Vampire. Just come in here. Don't worry about it. Just come on the show. This won't be weird for anybody.
Yo, shouts out KVP.
Or like Calhoun, I'm like, I think your kid's up there. No, he ain't. It's like, bro, your kid's up there.
KFP.
KVP
It's not
is
Vu.
Kaiser von Powderhorn.
Yeah, it's Foo. Sorry, KFP. I was mentioning.
He's not a vampire. He's a vampire. Jesus Christ, you're out. I'm just trying to say it would be funny if your kids wake up, bring them in. One of them speaks English. The other will just like drool at us. And that's cool. It'll be like Cotton's here.
Yeah, that's what I'm already used to doing. That's nice. So we're caught up on television. Is anything else going on in your world?
Oh, but we're not, because there was.
Oh, wait, there's motherfucking more.
Never mind. I'm going to save it. Never mind.
All right. Fuck. Okay.
That's a teaser with absolutely zero tease. You go to a movie like I can't. We're here for the previews. This summer, an amazing, great movie is coming out.
It's just a title card.
It'll be out though eventually. We're not going to tell you shit.
Yeah, you see none of the actors, none of the people who's in it. There's no music. It's just a title card. Like it's happening.
Or maybe you have. And it just looks like a hangman board, so you don't even know what it is. You got to guess for 6 months.
Yeah, that's how
I would love that.
First heard about
That's a good promo.
Yo, that's our next album cover for real. It's just a hangman. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I have another one of our tracks written, and I'm going to record it soon.
No, you don't.
All of a sudden, your boy's moving.
Oh my God! I said this to your boy over there in the corner last week.
Figuratively, you're moving on tracks.
Oh yeah, that RA show, which I do want to talk about, but on our show. Yeah, that was good for me because I was able to like get in the mode of like, I don't like people, so I'm gonna finally write our song.
Yeah. Fresh. That's so dope.
I went with the depressing one first.
I was talking to your boy Big Trox up here, and I was like, hey man, like, let's figure out what the next single is going to be, but let's not release it until we have some more things like in the can and ready to go. And he said something. He said something to the effect of, "What do you think? JDirty is just going to write all these songs right now?" And I said, "Yeah, he is, because he's inspired right now." And
I am. Need to turn up on that tip button, boys.
Yo, Greg James, tell us how to turn on that tip button. Obviously, we don't be knowing about.
Yo, is there tips we could be getting? Because
I feel like, see, now I'm pissed that he's staring at the moon. He was the one that learned about this. He's out there trying to be Hobson and Swizz. That's a deep cut.
Gazing at the moon. That's so deep. Oh my God.
I was like, I'm going for it. Fuck it.
Oh fuck, man! Remember Hobson and Swizz?
I do. That was so dope. I remember. When we played with them at the Gothic on that first Raw tour, that was huge and like so dope for us. I want to talk about some legendary shows and who hooked us up too as a segment on our other show. That could be tonight or another night. But that show there, we talked to him. He's like, yeah, man, it'll be. I guess he's Muck Sticky, but he's got like a high voice. I don't know how to do a Swizz voice, but he doesn't talk normal. But, he's like, we said, how much for a verse? He's like, $75. We're like, fucking bet. He's like, hit me up after the tour. And we were the early part of the tour, like first week of the tour that went for maybe 4 or 5 weeks.
Yep.
Got back, we hit him up. We're like, hey man, can we get that that $75 verse? He's like, oh no, I'm $350 now. And that's what Hop was. And then by the end, Hop was like $1,000 or something. And I was like, well, we'll talk to you later. And that's why I made that song about begging him for a free beat or for a free verse. Remember that?
We did that.
I do remember that. That was great.
I mean, on the FV dick.
Do you think that was just due to that tour? Like from the amount of people that came up and asked for features on that tour, that like the price
from the amount of huge crowds that those two dudes pulled is what it was. I'm sure they got propositioned a gangload of times to do verses. I'm sure, but I mean, the Gothic had fucking 450 people at it. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I know Denver was a huge stop. It always has been for those acts, but he had to have been slaying crowds like 200. I'm sure a couple hundred kids a night. First tour out. he's like, fuck, dude, we're doing something. So I'm sure that's what, a combo. I don't know any of this, but I assume.
For real.
That has to be what happened.
Yeah, because that shit was awesome. And those two dudes looked so terrified in Denver. Like, do you remember when we saw them backstage? They just looked like, fuck, man, like this place is packed. And it was. The Gothic. Did you come to that show?
For sure.
You were there?
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually your little sister's 21st birthday.
Oh, was it?
So that was your little sister's 21st birthday. And I believe
I'm glad we didn't bring her on stage.
I believe the homie danced with your mom at that show too. I believe that took place at that show as well. So that show was epic. That was a wild fucking show.
That was my favorite show that we've ever played in the history of JDirty, and
for sure.
And it ended with me covered. It ended with me covered in homie's blood because
I was so upset about that because you had to wash that brand new dope ass fucking amazing shirt, that design, and by the time you got it washed out the next day, that shit looked like you found it in the back of a Goodwill. It was so faded and like orange stain, like you had pizza grease, but it was your friend's blood. Oh man, what a night.
That same homie that bled on you and danced with your mother also mad dogged me out in the smoking section that night because he didn't recognize me. So I was standing there with a couple of your other friends and just hanging out, and he came up and just fucking like gave me the meanest stare and mad dogged me for a second. And I was like, hey man, how's it going? And then realized it was me, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry for talking to you like that, dog. It was pretty great.
My one story about that motherfucker, man. I rest in peace. We know all who we're talking about. Yeah. That fucker, I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I'd gotten married, and apparently I'd gotten pretty fat because I see this dude, and I walked in. I was like, "What up, dog? How you been?" And he was like, "Motherfucker, I'm happy for you." And I said, "Why?" He's like, "You were clearly so happily married." And like I was just like, oh shit, dog! Like it took me a minute because that's some shit I would say, but that shit made me laugh so hard, and I remember that.
Oh yeah,
that's like why that's my story about homie for sure.
Yeah,
that cracked me up so hard. And then I think that was when I was like, I should probably stop eating peanut butter by the spoonful before bed.
Yo, I've been doing that recently. Are you serious?
It's not a good thing.
What's up, sluts?
Yeah, oh, shit, out there. Hobson is back. It's almost like we manifested our destiny.
We manifested the chicken.
Well, what happened to the
You ain't looking at no sky.
Did you realize you had a window?
You can't see shit from the city. I'm going out in a little bit.
Word.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah, it don't like really pop off till midnight. So, I have 2 minutes here.
Because you only have to drive 2.5 hours to go look at the sky, right?
Yeah, if you don't want to fucking look at the city lights. Plus, all the fires with all the smoke is fucking shit up even worse. Like, amplifies the light pollution. So,
doesn't Colorado have like the worst air quality in the planet Earth right now?
It's pretty fucked.
We're like fucking top 3. Don't give us the worst. Come on, guys.
Hey, it was Seattle.
Worst in the country. That's one thing, but come on, like not worldwide.
I thought you guys were like Wuhan.
Fires. Seattle was hands down the worst in the world. It was like Seattle, then San Francisco, then like Dubai.
Yep, then Wuhan.
It was fucked.
You don't have to keep saying it. We heard you. You're like a buzzword out of a Facebook article. You're like, it was in there. The girl had an anti-Wuhan shirt on.
I've been reading a lot of Facebook.
Greg James in the chat talking about having us doing super tips. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, Chicken, you're supposed to have tips turned on.
Oh, yeah, that's why we started dissing you. How do we do tips?
Give us tips.
What?
We want money.
Somebody said they want to give us a tip. We're like, you can do tips?
Shouts out Greg James.
Maybe that's a big joke that Greg James is a genius and he's got us talking about just the tip this whole time.
Big up
this
Greg
is my
James.
Oh, here's some instructions. Shouts out Greg James.
Dude, this guy might be like the best producer we've ever had. Maybe Greg James should come on the show.
Yo, Greg, do you have a chicken mask?
Oh fuck! You're just replacing the whole. You're replacing the whole quadrant. I just thought like a behind the scenes ninja. He's just like fuck you, chicken man.
You show up late one more goddamn time.
I mean, considering we didn't even think
I said I wasn't going to show up at all, and now I'm here. So suck my dick.
It's nice.
Next time you show up late,
Greg's
wearing your mask. Okay, Greg's got it.
I mean, we saw what Greg looks like as a child. That picture of him is not fucking around.
Do you think Greg James is just an alias for James Garcia, and he just doesn't want to give us his full name?
Oh my god, I just got chills.
Speaking of, I tried to find some of his music today, and I couldn't because I typed in James Garcia. And
we are gonna hit that up again, I promise.
Okay.
Because pre-orders went live today. It's totally worthwhile bringing it up. It's fine.
I tried to find pre-orders, couldn't find them. But
you
maybe I didn't
internet?
do a full search. I
M&E store.
Apple Music.
Did you try Jaime?
Jaime.com. That's where it is.
Jaime Garcia.
You mean where all their stuff would be on? For example?
Yeah,
that's right.
You son of a bitch.
I tried Apple Music where I find music and I couldn't find it. But listen.
Pre-order went up today. The album's not out. Do you not? You're so young that you don't understand like that whole concept.
So he's not like an artist yet until it's order, but pre-order is like pre-artist. I'm not floundering.
You're a pre-artist. Yeah, no shit.
I'm not floundering. I'm having a great time.
You're giving your brother a migraine, bro. Knock it off.
He always has a migraine. You should see him.
The record will be available in like 2 weeks. It's like the end of
talks
August.
to you a lot.
You talk all day pretty much. He sends me messages like as soon as I wake up.
Yeah.
Yikes. So yeah, I seen like between me and the homies I went with, we seen like 50 meteors last night.
Shit.
It's pretty fucking dope.
You did it last night and you're doing it again?
Fuck yeah. Got home at like 6 a.m.
Why
Slept like a motherfucker.
There? Oh, it's probably
because it was the middle of nowhere.
So it was like 2.5 hours out into the plains.
So no, it was more like it was about a 2-hour drive there and an hour and 40-minute drive back because I missed the I-70 exit headed out, and the next exit was like 6 miles away. So I added like 15 minutes to the trip we didn't need, but it was all good. It was fucking sweet. And I'm excited to go again.
Did you get any dope pictures? Did you get a setup to get nice pictures?
I got a setup. I got 7 trash pictures. I'm gonna try again tonight.
Nice.
I got this app's got a meteor mode. It takes a picture every 5 seconds and then scans all the pictures for whatever. It's got some algorithm to search for light that looks like a meteor and discards all the photos that don't have shit. And I let it run until the fucking battery died. It saved 7 photos. Jack shit in any of them. I'm gonna try a different mode tonight.
I'm gonna talk shit on you for this for forever, but I do think it's pretty cool. So like, I do actually want to see pictures of meteors, but I'm gonna talk shit forever about you looking at meteors.
And see, I'm only on part of that.
Which one?
Oh, what am I gonna do?
Just pouring shit out of your cunt mouths.
Yo, we can't edit this. Calm down.
But I can't say
As if we
cunt.
timestamp if he gets upset.
Yeah. Oh man, we'd have so many timestamps. There would have been so many minutes of this show that would have been unusable.
We would have been like that Chris D'Elia.
Here, hold on. Let me try.
Chicken calling us cunt.
Cocksucker. How was that?
I don't know, Greg James. Did we get a tip for that?
That was really good. I hope so. Yo, Greg.
That's fucking hilarious.
Anybody out there in the comments? Yo, Mad Hatter, you looking at the meteors tonight? What's up with that? What are you doing?
If you're in the eastern half of the U.S., you're fucked.
Oh,
well, really?
I mean, you can see some, but yeah, it's fucked.
He's in Omaha.
But if like that doesn't make sense to me,
probably
because
get
if
some
the
decent.
Earth is flat, then like why wouldn't you have the same view from everywhere?
The text message excuse for why he won't be able to go look at the meteors would be way hilarious. We should have asked him that way and then posted it. Because Mad Hatter knows damn well, like it would be like, sorry for the bad words, Jay. I know I spelled them wrong. It was voice. Like that motherfucker. It would just be like he's not gonna ever look at the sky.
Shouts.
He can't I love that kid. I think he's like 52 or something. I think he's older than Shock Trostic, isn't he?
Oh fuck! I love referring to full-grown adults as kids like that. That's fun.
It just, yeah, I do it a lot. People at work are like, stop calling me kid. I'm older than you. I was like, I know, buckaroo. Like I go Men in Black on them.
Buckaroo.
Like, all right, tiger.
What's that little huskaroo?
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good
Is
stuff.
your herpes in remission, or are you just out of focus?
You talking to me?
Your forehead. Yeah, your forehead. Yeah.
So actually, it was
I was gonna
gone.
say, hopefully not me.
It went away for like a week, and then it just came back the other day, and I popped it.
They
And
do.
now it's being it's being a problem. But listen,
You're not
here's the
supposed to
deal.
Rub it some more. Rub it some more. That'll make it less red.
Is that better when I rub it like that?
Yeah, it gets less red.
So
What are we
uncomfortable.
doing here, guys?
So uncomfortable.
Listen, I don't have a problem. I love tips. This is great
What
to
is
have
going
tips.
on? Oh my
You
god!
love tips. I don't think those are being acquired.
Was there like a nice structured flow to this thing before I came in? Did I derail the whole fuck?
Yes.
fucking shit?
We had a whole thing
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. This is a
No.
well-structured show.
Listen,
all
I say
time.
it's not going weird because of you all of a sudden.
the zit's gonna be here periodically. It seems it's not ever gonna go away completely because I pop it every couple of weeks, and then it goes away for like a week, and then it comes back for a week. I don't know what to do about that. I could see a dermatologist. That sounds like a lot of work. I'm probably just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing and let it kind of go the way that it goes. And if it ever turns into a big hole in my forehead, that's fine.
What do you mean?
I'd
if
give you
ever-
advice, but I like the content.
It's not a big hole yet. It's a reasonably sized hole.
Now he's got an ISO.
Is that a
clip
carbuncle?
saying If it turns into a big hole, it's fine. So
It's a fatty corpuscle.
I think that's how we need to end our live experience on this fine night, talking about his corpuscle.
With a fatty corpuscle.
Jesus
and-
Christ. Is that hair in the lip or is that another one? I just realized you got something there too.
That's hair, but no, actually, the other zits that I have are like
Jesus
in
Oh
the
my
crease
Christ.
in my
What
nose.
are you
Yank out of
doing?
your mouth.
It's right there in my nose crease. So, like when you
All
get
right.
nose crease,
Thank you, guys.
Oh.
Maybe we'll never do these again.
Okay.
Because
I'm going to give you advice because maybe I don't like the content.
you guys are loving this content. They call me Mr.
Wash your
Content.
face
Get
and
outta
stop popping it.
you know
here.
what?
Cotton content. What's
Chicken. On second thought, can I go with you?
guys. All right.
Swing
On
on by.
Saturday, we're going to be back on here live with some classic content. It's going to be
Oh.
great.
Classic interview.
Not going to be about Cotton's forehead gaper.
No, I'll be fat then. I'll be fat on Saturday. So it's like you guys can think about me being fat.
You don't
But
have
the
to
next
remind us all the time. We're happy for you, okay?
I'm
We'll
going
be
to keep
back on
reminding
Saturday.
folks.
We'll be back on Sunday, and we will see you live next Wednesday.
Folks think I'm attractive now.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.